And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Traffic Quick Talk. And today we're going to be talking about Angelo Leo versus Tomoki Kameda. And let's get right into the stats, starting with Angelo Leo. Leo is 30 years old. He is 5 foot 6 inches tall. He has a 68-inch reach. He has a record of 25 wins and 1 defeat. And now for Tomoki Kameda. Kameda is 33 years old. He is 5 foot 7 inches tall. He has a 66-inch reach. He has a record of 42 wins and 4 defeats. I think this is going to be a big fight. This is going to be a banger. It's taking place in Japan. Angelo Leo is going to Japan and fighting for the first time overseas and defending his belt for the first time against the veteran, Tomoki Kameda. If you don't know Tomoki Kameda, Kameda is that Japanese guy who could speak Spanish. He went viral a couple years ago. He speaks fluent Spanish. He trained in Mexico. He fought in Mexico. And then he went to fight professionally in Japan. But he calls Mexico his second home. And yeah, the dude could speak better Spanish than me. Angelo Leo is coming off from a big win. His last fight, he actually got knockout of the year. He was the underdog, and he shocked the world and became champion. I saw a couple videos that Angelo Leo dropped, and he was talking about how these guys trained before, they sparred before they got into the ring, and they asked him about it, and he didn't sound too confident talking about the sparring sessions. He was like, whatever happened in the sparring sessions doesn't matter, and the fight matters. So I'm not too sure if he had the upper hand there in that sparring session or Tomoki Kameda did. I wouldn't be surprised if Tomoki Kameda put the work on Angelo Leo at the time. I think Tomoki was champion at that time. He had a very fast track career in the beginning. He was very hot. He was like the next big thing. In Japan, he's a superstar. I know that Angelo Leo is going to make this fight very competitive. I'm sure that he's feeling very confident after that knockout of the year fight. And let's see if he could go to Japan and defend that title against Tomoki Kameda. Both these guys are looking for the finish. They're looking to bang it out. They're looking to me in the middle of the ring and just throw down. These guys don't set nothing up. They don't throw any jabs. They just like machines. They just throw until they see their opponent fall. I know that type of style is very entertaining for the fans, but I like to remind the fighters that this is a sport, not a fight. Even though Tomoki Kameda has the more experience between the two, I feel like Angelo Leo has really been testing himself throughout his career and fighting top level opponents time after time after time. All right. Maybe I'll take that back. In the beginning of his career, you could tell his record is very padded. He was fighting guys who had a record of 3 wins and 36 defeats. 1 win and 13 defeats. 7 wins and 20 defeats. Jesus. Before I talk bad about Angelo Leo, let's look at Tomoki Kameda's. It's not as bad as Angelo Leo's, but it's still bad when you're fighting guys who have 5 wins and 17 defeats. Or 0 wins and 4 defeats. Yeah, those first 10 fights, throw them out the window, because Jesus. His record should really be like 15-1 then. Yeah, like I said, these guys go in there and they just fight. It feels like they just fighting to the death. There's no jabs involved. There's no head movement involved. There's just hands. They both hard punchers. They both sit around the same KO ratio, around 50%. Angelo Leo's is 48. Kameda's is 54. It's just Kameda's has a lot more fights. Yo, I gotta point this out because this is hilarious. So the Japanese guy nickname is El Mexicanito. And then Angelo Leo's is El Chinito. So El Chinito means like the Chinese guy, the Asian. They're talking about the odds. Then Kameda's is El Mexicanito, is like the small Mexican. So I find that hilarious that these guys' nicknames are each other's cultures. Yeah, it's one of those fights is like who could land first. That's all it boils down to, basically. Who lands first, who hits the hardest. These guys are not setting nothing up. They're not setting no traps. Barely any movement. It's just move forward and throw. And don't forget, these guys already fought each other. They sparred. They know each other. The respect is out the window. There's no fear. I mean, this is going to be war. Angelo Leo's only loss is to Stephen Fulton. It just showed how inexperienced Angelo Leo was. He wasn't ready for that fight. He was a hot, upcoming prospect, but he wasn't ready for Fulton. He was catching Fulton. He was hitting him. I mean, he gave him a couple hard shots. But like I said, since losing to Fulton, Angelo Leo hasn't backed down. He keeps on fighting good, high-level fighters. And he continues to challenge himself. And he keeps getting better. I just wish that he wasn't so committed on being a brawler. I wish there was more to him. Yeah, as we could see, this style could get you as a champion. But now, are you able to defeat all these other hungry lions who study your one style of fighting? And it's easy to defeat an opponent like that who has one style. Same thing with Tomoki. Tomoki has so much experience. He has like 46 fights. He has 337 rounds under him. But he still has the same style of fighting. He's a brawler. He doesn't want to do anything else. I'm not seeing too much growth between these fighters. They're fighting in Tomoki Kameda's hometown. So Angelo Leo has to force the finish like he always does. He has to look for the finish and force it. Because you don't want this fight going to the judges. These guys are basically the same height. They have the same reach. They're 1 inch apart. It's going to be a banger. They're going to need to move forward and push the other one back and impose their power and put their body on them. Be very aggressive. Put that pressure. And it all boils down to who can make the other move back. Because I don't think either of these fighters could fight well moving back. For my prediction, I think I'm siding with Angelo Leo. I think Angelo Leo starts a little faster than Tomoki. I think Angelo Leo is not afraid to start fast. You know, he's just trying to go in there and trying to knock you out. He's not trying to feel the fight. And especially these guys sparred. So, you know, I doubt that Tomoki is going to try to feel Angelo Leo out. But, I mean, after seeing Leo land a punch like that and he got knockout of the year, I mean, I'll be kind of hesitant if I was Tomoki Kameda. So I won't be surprised if Tomoki's a little hesitant to go in there. And maybe he's just trying to feel Angelo Leo's power. But that's when Angelo Leo is going to take advantage and just tee off on him. And probably win a lot of the first rounds because of that. I think Tomoki is going to make this fight competitive. I think his experience is going to show. I think if Tomoki could find a way to slow the fight down, throw more jabs, and just set something up, maybe just target the body, you know, set something up. I'm not saying go in there and switch up your whole style and start fighting like Fulton now, but I think you should study that fight and take a couple notes. Your style is going to make it a lot more difficult for you to win this fight. I think Tomoki has the speed, the power to be a threat for Angelo Leo. But I just think that Angelo Leo has that confidence, you know. So I'm still giving Tomoki Kameda a big chance of winning this fight. But I have to side with Angelo Leo by just a couple points. I mean, it's not much. I mean, you're looking at two identical fighters. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.